I just realized we never went up that door, did we? Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant. Welcome back to I Almost Died and Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past Blind. Last time, we started off Blind's hideout. At least I'm assuming that's what it's called, because we were already told that this is Blind's place, and why else would he call this anything besides a hideout? Also, that looks like a very big pushable block that we can't yet push. And considering the heavier dark blocks that we weren't able to open up in the overworld, being the only things blocking us out of the remaining 3 dungeons, I have to figure that's probably the item that we're going to be getting. I'm also realizing that I do not want to... Of all things to kill me, it's the blob I love so much. Thanks, Blob. Love you too. I guess he just wanted to give me a hug and didn't have any other way to do it. I can sympathize with that. I also want to kill you... I stop moving on the conveyor belt when I'm using the hookshot. That's kind of nifty. Give me my rupee! I'd like to dash across here, but I also do not want that dude to bother me, and I didn't realize that it was going to do that when I dashed across it. I thought I would be going in a straight line. I guess you can't go straight down the middle of that thing. So you are stunned. You will not attack me when you're stunned, and nobody is dropping health. So where do we go from here? That's going to lead back to the room we came in. This is going to lead to a new one. And this is like a dungeon area. So do you drop the key that lets me in there? Because I kind of like a key. No. I have a key for that? Do I just walk into it and I naturally have the key? I guess. That's weird. Why does... That's gotta be a trap. That's gotta be a trap. I mean, come on, Blind. How stupid do you think I am? Not even gonna bother with it. I'm sure you're telling me, Giant, I don't care if you think it's a trap or not. You have to show it off anyway. Nah. Too easy. Probably drops down a bunch of enemies or something, or... it would quite hilariously lead to a game over. In fact, I would think that would be pretty dastardly if they did that. And I'm also thinking that I want to get in there as soon as possible. I was taking my time, I don't know why. So let's get in there now. Titan's Mitt. Okay, and get back out around. Whew! You know, I probably wouldn't have been prepared for that if I hadn't already seen a room like this in the previous dungeon. So, kudos to the game for actually doing that. But now that we have the Titan's Mitt, was that what it was called? Because I was paying too much attention to not dying. I think it is the Titan's Mitt, and I keep pressing the X button to go to my inventory. I don't know why I do that. Can I access the stuff in the A menu? I guess not. I think it was called the Titan's Mitt. Doesn't really matter anyway. We do have those big blocks we can move up here. Can we pick them up? We can pick them up. So it's like the Golden Gauntlets in Ocarina of Time. That's kind of nifty. Also, they lock us in here. I can use my hookshot if those guys move over to me. But they're probably not going to. Yeah, this was a trap room. So, how are we going to negotiate this? I can take out those guys easily enough, but the guy in the top corner... How long am I willing to wait for him to just drift into my general direction? Because I kind of don't want to take a risk. If I'm standing here and I don't have to panic while moving around a lot, I'd prefer not to. But this may also take much longer than I would like it to for him to move into a location where I can just hit him with the hookshot. So, speed up maybe?
Or do I just get impatient enough to go after him? Tough. Very tough. I mean, if he's just going to generally... Not generally, if he's going to casually drift over here, where I can potentially reach him, I'm just afraid to move.
It. I want that heart, but not desperately enough that I'll run into a bumper for it. There we go. So at least we know about the trap room, and I think we have everything we need to get going. I just have to remember where all of the bigger blocks were that we could move. I'm guessing that's one of them. And I don't think that there's anything we can do with the little statue heads. So if we just move this thing out of the way... Can we walk around with it? No, we can't. We're just kind of jogging in place. And that leads here. So, maybe that was just intended to be a quick way out or something. And I guess that means we have everything we need to progress. So we get to the boss through the room on the right. Easy enough. Am I confident in my ability to take down the boss as I am equipped right now, is the next question. I have 1 fairy left, and I have 9 hearts. I'm feeling a little bit daring right now, and it shouldn't take much time to get back down here if I fail anyway. And I'm also assuming it helps that I opened up the room above to let the light in. I'm not sure how that would be used as a mechanic in this fight, though. Just anxious to see how that works. Are we supposed to drop down from above, or... Is this the boss room? Do we have to talk to the maiden in the basement in order to open up the boss? Does that teleport us here or something? What does it do? Huh. I assume this would just be the boss arena. And it probably is. And is this or is this not directly above? No, it's not. I'm guessing I will go down and talk to that maiden, because I don't think there's anything else we can really do. So back to the dungeon area we go. I don't expect to find anything really nice and happy down here, considering I'm guessing this opens up the way to Blind. Or at least assuming that Blind is the boss. I don't know who else would be the boss here. Be kinda neat, too. Also, can I... Oh, I wanted the magic! So how about we take you... I can't kill you, right? How about we take you to the boss arena, because that's probably the safest place for you. You know what would be really funny, though, and I'm actually kind of hoping the game pulls this on us? That this actually is the maiden, and if we take her to the wrong place, she's going to get captured or killed or something. I'm not sure why I would hope that, considering it's a really nasty thing to hope on somebody like the maiden who's... What's she ever done to us? But, you know, I'm curious enough to try. Boss! Yup, sure enough. How did I call that? Okay, so you. What the hell do I do with you? Sword. That's easy enough. And the shield can deflect the fireballs, so you are on fire. Tell you what. How about we use that fancy ice rod that we never ever use ever? Does that seem to do anything? Because you are kind of on fire. I don't know if it will or it won't, but it's worth just as much a shot as anything, if you don't mind being frozen today. I just can't tell if it's going to hit him or not, because he keeps moving so erratically. It doesn't look like it's hitting him. So we'll go on the assumption that it's not, and you finally got a hit on me. And I'm a little bit curious as to why you've only been doing 1 damage so far, and now you've turned into a Scarfy. That's terrific. You also look like a bomb from one of the Final Fantasy games. And now you are making another one of yourself, so I immediately regret saying how easy this boss fight was. Although I did kind of expect they would pull something like this, considering it can't be this easy. And are they really doing me 2 damage now, or am I just getting that careless? I think the game has stopped registering my sword hits, because it seems like my hitbox is all of a sudden greater than the range of my sword. So, that's very nice to know. And you're going to be breaking up into another one now, or... Because I'm guessing you're probably going to make another one. Because 3 seems like the magic number in this fight. Or do I have to... You know what I'm wondering? Do I have to set the cape on fire or something in order to finally kill this guy? To stop him from making heads? Maybe that's a thing. Or maybe he really does only take 3 hits. But the thing is, I can't reliably hit this guy. Because I can't tell when I'm too close to get hit that I can still actually hit him. I don't know if that makes any sense. So let's give this another try now with the sword beams for some reason. Because I figured it's nice enough to have the sword beams, and I'm not sure whether or not... Can I actually burn it? I said I would try that. No, I can't. Well, it was worth a shot. And I also figured when I run out of sword beams, I could probably use the bow and arrow. But the sword beams as projectiles really help out in this regard, as well as having this shield that deflects the fireballs if I care enough to actually remember that I have the shield. But we no longer have the sword beams, so I figure it may be worth trying to use the projectiles now, if I can actually shoot the guy with the floating heads around him, which probably isn't going to be a thing I can do. So how about we get close enough to you that we can actually do you damage, and just as I thought, the third one's the death. I really like the concept of having to use Blind's trap in order to access the boss. I don't know if that's so much irony as it is destiny or fate, but regardless, I'll take your words with whatever the word is that I can't think of that totally broke up the moment right there. This is UniversalGiant! And now that we have our 4th crystal, and the Giant's mitts, Titan's mitts, whatever the hell they were called, we can now move all of those heavy rocks. And I'm thinking there are a number of different places that we can access with it now, but I think we've also done quite a bit of exploring the last couple of videos, so I'm thinking I'll just head straight to Dungeon 5 next time. So with that in mind, I'll whip out my magic mirror, we'll head back into the light world, I'll whip out my flute, and we'll fly over to the nearest warp point to Dungeon 5. So we can head all the way back down here, and assuming that I do not lose my hearts... Wait, where are we even going? It's over to the left, isn't it? How quickly he forgets directions! Yeah, but if we head back over here to where the Great Fairies Fountain was, or more correctly, the Pond of Happiness, I'm guessing we can pick up this rock, and it'll teleport us in front of level 5. So if you'll let me kill this like before it steals my shield, I'll be able to access level 5 next time. So I'll see you guys then.